Ah, Robert. As if we haven't been spending the last couple of hours together. How are you?
All good. Nice fresh morning there this morning.
That is fresh, man. That is fresh.
That was a -2.
-2. Beautiful morning though, wasn't it?
It's actually still -2.
I doubt it's going to lift very much now today. Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Same to you and everyone listening.
That was a quick year.
Yeah, very good year.
It was. We're going to do a little bit of a recap, I suppose, on the year, and then a little bit of a chat, please God, about what we're about to embark on over the next couple of weeks. So, where do we start? It's about this time last year.
We went to Hungary. Oh no, sorry, we went to the UK.
Yeah, no, that I thought that was in January, wasn't it?
I thought it was, but your Avril actually pointed out it was March. And it was March.
Was it March?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Because, for some reason I just thought it was January.
Yeah, so did I. No, it was definitely March.
But that was probably, we were coming to, we do much deer hunting in the tail end of last season. Did a little bit of deer management, I suppose. Yeah, a couple of hinds and stuff for a few of the farmers.
Yeah, I would have been doing a good bit with yourself, and I would have been shooting as well. Then bits and pieces up the north.
Yeah.
I would have still been quite busy. I think I was busier this time last year than I am this year. For some reason,
The boy's gone out with you.
the bite has gone off me just before Christmas, and then last week I was out with yourself and Marky, and that's sort of put the
The glue back on.
yeah.
It's surprising because we did a lot of hunting this year, 2025. And it was just nice just to call it for that. I know because people were asking about the 24-hour challenge and stuff, and just with everything, especially in the lead up to Christmas with fox hunting bill and all that kind of stuff, and we're trying to prep for the season ahead and get stuff in order. It was just nice just to
Take a little
breather.
yeah, just to decompress.
Yeah.
And she was even, and the young lad Sean was saying to me, "Dad, can we go? Are we going shooting?" Like for about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
he was at me, and I had no real desire to go because
Yeah.
we've achieved so much, and like all the farmers from our permissions are all happy.
Yeah.
So we have no great freezers were full.
Yeah.
So
My freezers are actually jam packed here at the minute, and that's kind of that's our primary thing, is to get our own freezers full, and we throw the odd one obviously into the beef factors, whatever. But yeah, I suppose when that does hit that point, you're sort of saying, yeah, freezers full, winter's here. Look, we went out. We'll recap, I suppose. We'll start right back. I think last year, this time, I shot my first mallard with Millie. She's come on a little bit since then. And funny enough, man, we were just talking about that, especially over the last couple of days. I would have never dreamt that I would have a dog the way I have her. And I now looking at all the things I did wrong, you know what I'm saying? And all the things that she's doing wrong because of my inexperience and so on. But I know I have to go through this process to get to where I need to get to.
yeah. But I'm sure there's people, and I know 100% there's people that are looking at me and my dogs going, "Sure, you're doing it all wrong," and they're right.
Yeah.
Like, just I don't know as much as other lads.
Funny enough, like Bua, when did you get Bua or Sean get Bua?
This time last year, the dog's only gone a year,
Yeah.
so I would have got it 8 weeks after. So about this time
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, and you've a lot of work done with Finn obviously as well. So that kind of kicked off our 2025. Your dog, my dog, a little bit of dog training, and then quite quickly progressed over to the UK, which was one of the highlights of the year, I think.
Yeah, I won't say it was the highlight of the year, but it was most certainly up there. Yeah. And not just the shooting, the lads are gents.
Yeah, I think we've been hugely lucky so far in the people that we've met and places that we've been able to travel to, and Tom and the lads being right up there. I mean, we're obviously kindred spirits. We all hunt and from rural backgrounds and so on, rural pursuits. So you have that thing in common, but you're always kind of wary. Are we going to, we're going to a different country, different culture, different way of doing things. So you're kind of a little bit wary, what way the lad's going to do it.
Yeah. Will I be up to the same standard as them?
Yeah.
Like, all sorts. But you couldn't have asked for more. And different types of shooting, like Munchak, little fast, little moving.
Yeah.
Like, the whole experience was very good. Like, we shot Munchak, Chinese water there.
Yeah, we've seen the wildlife and the possibilities, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've seen reds. And we've been kindly invited, which we can't thank Tom enough for. We've been invited back over again this year. There's a couple of lads going over from the raffle to Tom, so we're going to find out how they get on. I think Giannis is just back with his crew from Hungary. He brought a crew over there just before Christmas. I think they all had a superb hunt. I think
I've seen some of the animals
Yeah.
that they managed to harvest. Some really top medal class animals.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and it's like that. I think we were trying to put together maybe a crew to go over at one stage, and it just with times with people didn't suit certain people, so you're never going to fit it all in. So what we decided in the end was, here, Tom, can we just go over and shoot a bit,
Yeah.
have a bit of crack, and he's all for it. So we're going to hopefully have a bit of a chat with Tom when we're over there, and we don't even know what we're going after yet. I think it's kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah, sure,
Whatever he wants to
Yeah.
to throw on,
We'll just play it by ear and see how we get on.
Yeah, and like that, we'll have a bit of crack anyway when we get over there. Then quite quickly, then we turned from that, we got back home, and it was then fishing.
Yeah, flat out. So we went away pike fishing earlier in the year,
Yeah,
and we had good success.
down Roscommon first. That always kind of produces a couple.
Yeah, Roscommon. It did and it didn't this year. We went down a little bit later when it was really warm.
Yeah.
There was so much bait fish. Do you remember looking into the water?
Yes, yeah,
There was just perch hopping off our spinners.
yeah,
But the spinner was bigger. The hook was bigger than some of the perch.
yeah,
Excuse me. But we caught a couple of pike. And then we had a second pike fishing trip where we went to Caboo.
yeah. No, that was good.
Yeah, we caught a good few pike there. That always actually is fairly decent for pike in County Cavan. That was really no, it wasn't. We went beach fishing as well.
We did a couple of days beach fishing, yeah, down in Wexford.
Yeah.
Not much success there.
No. Now I did put up a couple of posts and lads gave me a couple of tips. And then remember I went camping overnight and beach fishing. I caught a couple
Yeah,
then. But still not huge numbers now, mind you.
no, and I think that was the order of the day for a lot of people down there, because people were commenting on the number. Even lads who were talking on the beach were saying the numbers weren't in
No.
high supply down there.
It could have been the mark we were on.
Yeah,
Like no different than hunting. Lads that want to give away their marks that are produced
Yeah.
as well, which I completely
understand. Yeah,
but I've had better years beach fishing.
yeah.
And here we went bow fishing.
We went bow fishing. We went first off to Galway.
Yeah, with a crew from predominantly lads from my work.
Yeah,
Went out. That was a great day. That's always a great day.
always a great day with Kev down there. Yeah, and that always kind of produces and
Yeah,
had a couple of pints out on the island and
and he's a great character. And he puts on the ceviche.
ceviche. Yeah,
Yeah,
the mackerel ceviche. Now,
I wasn't gone on that.
no, the mackerel is a little bit, because especially for the lads that wouldn't be, what would you say, huge fish lovers. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a little. Now I liked it, but like I found myself the previous year with the pollock and stuff. You go back for the whitefish tends to be a little bit more. What would you say? A little bit lighter.
yeah.
The mackerel is heavy.
I'm not a big fan of mackerel anyway.
Yeah,
So it wasn't my cup of tea. But when it's a whitefish, yeah, I'm all about it.
yeah,
And if you were trying to get someone who's never tried that before, I think the easiest way is with a whitefish.
absolutely. Because it's so much lighter. Like I'd be similar to yourself. I love fish, love it, and I do eat mackerel. But it's probably, I find myself, mackerel and salmon are probably two of the fish that I would least go to.
Is it?
Yeah,
Salmon?
yeah.
Oh, I love a bit of salmon.
I like it.
I would say salmon is my favourite
Is it?
type of fish to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah, eat smoked salmon, normal fillets of salmon,
yeah,
either grilled with a little bit of sweet chili sauce on top of it, and then grill it. It goes sticky and crispy. Nom, nom, nom.
yeah. No. Yeah, funny. Like I don't know what it is, man. I like, because I used to love the salmon, like love it, and then I don't know whether it's all the videos I've been watching about farm salmon and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I'm not so sure I like this stuff anymore, you know. But that's probably on my to-do list, is to catch a wild salmon, get licensed, get the whole. So we might, maybe this year we might look at going through that process.
Yeah, I've never caught a salmon, so I would.
Here's your brother. So.
Yeah.
So we might just maybe chat to people about in the off season. Obviously, it's a bit of time. We might try and plan that for later on.
What are you thinking? Like spinning, fly?
I don't know, man. I like, obviously.
Brutal at fly fishing.
I'm with you, man. Thanks to George Burdess, who put a lot of time and effort into. I'm actually a professional at it.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually mad to. I love the little flicking when you get it right and you're building up the cast and all. Oh yeah, like do you feel like a?
I've done it out on rivers and stuff for trout. I'm sure all I'm doing is catching bushes behind me and
I know.
stuff.
You know, I did it on a lake with no trees around me. I'm sure, man. When I go to a riverbank, it'll be like all kinds of. Yeah.
I'd like to give that a shot.
Yeah.
Now that you've I never actually thought about it. I'd like to do that.
That's one of the bucket lists, because like that we probably, this has probably been the summation of the year, but we probably did a lot this year compared to other years. We knocked one thing off the bucket list. This year we hit quite a lot.
Yeah, we did.
So we did as I said, the English, two, the Chinese and the Munchak. We just have row left to do to complete the big 7.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's obviously what on the bucket list. Then we have obviously the pike fishing, which salmon is one of them things where we haven't really, both of us. So that's
So we went then and did taupe, and I've never caught a taupe off the boat.
Yeah.
That was up there. So I have 3 big things.
Yeah.
Do I have 4? Me Irish red here.
Yeah.
Like I had a fucking wonderful year.
Super.
But catching taupe off the boat now was very exciting.
Funny, if you caught your taupe, and I just thought that this was like, I remember we were out in the middle of the Atlantic, wherever and it was calm, like a sheet glass.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful day, and it was a beautiful weekend, in fairness. And I remember thinking, this is kind of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know, we were at the Kitchen Lobster the day before in the most idyllic, one of the most idyllic spots in the country, with Andy, who's just a gentleman of the highest order. And I remember thinking, man, you can't get much better than this, you know?
Yeah.
And
we were actually doing a podcast, and in the middle of the podcast, the reel took off screen, and even that noise, it's
we're both smiling in the street. I was talking about it. And you caught. When I caught mine, I remember the first one. Remember the first one ran and straightened the hook like a pencil.
Yeah.
And there, I don't know what weight them hooks are, but you'd find it hard to bend it with your finger, man. But this opened it like it was just like a, and we were actually out of hooks, and we got the pliers and bent this thing back.
I let her man on me, and we bent back into shape, and I was sort of going, sort of hope we don't hook up again, because I don't think this is going to hold.
And it held.
Yeah.
It held, and I got mine, and you took a photograph, which I have actually in the sunroom, because every time I look at it, it's one of them things where you caught me kind of unawares, and I was delighted, and Andy was obviously making a joke, or you were making a joke, and I had the taupe held up, and you caught it, which I think kind of summed up the day. It was just because I'm in a fit of a giggle.
I think we'd be trying to get perfect pictures to put up.
Yeah.
I don't think we should. Like, just unawares pictures, I think sometimes are the best ones.
Yeah, we have a few of them actually. The last while, we've had a few where we've you biting their metal and stuff, which we get on to.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we come back then. Obviously, that was Sligo, and we had a couple of pints with the lads down there and a bit of a chat. And then we went on. Then, not too far after that, into Hungary.
Straight over to Hungary. Yeah.
That was magic this year, man.
That was the best year in Hungary that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Like I shot the biggest red I've ever taken. And then you got...
definitely the biggest one I've ever taken.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was. Sorry, we have to rewind a little bit now. You're going to have to bear with us. We're jumping. Before Hungary, did I shoot my Irish red first?
You did. A couple of days before we went to Hungary.
Jeffrey, yeah. So yeah, and that was the culmination of, as we know, a couple of years' work put into Big Jeff, and that was kind of. So you're going from one highlight. And that was kind of one of them. We've worked tirelessly watching the herds and managing the herd and keeping the herd together and taking out the crazy horses up there, because there was some wicked bad heads in that. And we've taken them out, which some of the heads are still on our walls. Actually, one's down in the hunting room. And that's going back 5-6 years. But we've kind of noticed as the years have gone on, the heads are up there now.
They're starting to get
decent
more
quality now.
Like they're even, symmetrical on both sides. They're crowning out.
Yeah,
they're not like that one that's in the shooting room.
Yeah,
that's an awful wonky looking thing.
That's you'd be forgiven thinking that was a
donkey.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
the work is paying off. It is.
It is.
And like we came close to Jeffrey a couple of times, and maybe 2 years ago wasn't the right time.
No. Well, looking at him now on the wall and speaking to Yanis and stuff, and knowing what we know now from over in Hungary, it was an opportune time to take him. You know, chances were next year he was maybe going to get. Yeah, we was going to go back and then probably end up getting hurt or injured by one of the younger stags up there. So, and then you've no stag. So, but that particular one of all the hunts we were on, that was one of the things where no expectations. I think one of the evens you couldn't come out.
I could have went out, but it was that close to Hungary. I was like, I can't justify it at home. So we had made plans to go out, and then I rang you and said, no, buddy, go on, you go on out. And we had to check trail cams anyway. So you said, I'll check that, and I'll just bring the gun just in case.
I remember at the Jeep that morning, man, that evening. I distinctly remember I went to the back of the Jeep and said, will I even bring the gun? Do you know? Because it was one of them things where, like that, we were prepping for Hungary, and we'd done all the zero and stuff, which was, again, I checked zero on my gun, which lucky enough.
Yeah.
Because I was slightly off on mine, a decent bit for if I was stretching out. But I remember taking the gun out, and my sling broke. And I said, no, I'll leave it. I was going to, again, second time was going, no, I'll leave it. I'll just walk in and check the trail cam. And I had a piece of wire that was actually, we brought out for zeroing the gun.
Yeah, for putting the target up. Yeah.
Took out the Letterman, and I tied a knot on my sling with the fucking tying wire and threw it over my shoulder. And that is that's how close I came not to taking him.
Yeah.
And, and then walked in, and I remember looking at I can still see it. I was looking to be left, and I actually obviously looked over him, because when you're looking through trees and branches and bramble, and I remember obviously it was antlers, but when they're stationary, they're just looking like branches, And I was looking, I seen something.
Did they move? What gave it away?
Just a slight little bit of movement.
Yeah.
Obviously, he probably heard me coming in. But again, the wind and everything was just in. And that spot, we know, how many times we've been up there and the wind has just been on our backs. like regularly in that spot. It's one of them things where 9 times out of 10 you go in there and the wind's on your back. This particular night it wasn't. And so that just gave me, and then he just stood up nonchalantly, like he kind of knew it was something. I was probably after maybe making a slight sound or a step, and then I can still see him now walking, and I was up in the sticks, and I like that. It was just fantastic. Like, I'm smiling ear to ear now thinking about it. But
I remember the message came in. I was like, no, tell me no. Because it was starting to get dark. I was like, I rang you. I said, are you messing me, you serious? No, right, I'll be with you. I remember trying to explain it to ourselves. Listen, baby, I have to go here. Because he ain't moving this thing by himself.
No.
And it was starting to get dark. And that was some job.
Thankfully, man, because like I would still be there trying to get that thing out.
I don't think you would have gone about.
No. That was, without a shadow of a doubt, and I think for both of us, the biggest stag that we've ever shot. Like as body wise.
Yeah, I think 100%.
Like it was like a horse.
Yeah.
But, and then quite quickly over to Hungary, as you say.
Yeah. I'd go back to Hungary again.
Yeah. We were actually talking about this morning.
Yeah, we're trying to make up our mind. What's the plan for it?
What are we going after?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the whole, what would you say, the whole setup over there. You know, it's the, and the ethos and the, what would you say? You know what I'm trying
I know what you're trying to say. It's nearly like a regal.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
It is a little bit of that. But it's their whole mindset around the deer management and the respect they show for the animal. And you as a hunter. Hunters are actually
held in
high regard. Yeah, they are.
I think that's different for us over here because we don't get that over here. You know, we generally, even ourselves, we can tend to, to put ourselves down at times,
Yeah.
as we know. So over there, yes, you're right. It's kind of like you're held in a little bit more.
Yeah, to a higher esteem
probably
than back at home. But like, I know we said it in past podcasts, but the antler size is just something different over there.
Yeah.
Right? Because ours are classed as small. They're classed as small as in terms of over there. And when I brought these things to the house, the wife said to me, "Where are you going to put that?" I held it up to every wall in the house, and it couldn't go on any of them. It was too big. So I have it out in one of the spare rooms at the moment on the wall out there. But like, it's too big for where it is.
And you're thinking about doing up that room, which we'll speak about in the next podcast.
Yeah. Come do it up as some sort of like
hunting lounge.
Like a whiskey
I like
lounge.
it. I like it. I like it.
I have to, because there's too many heads around the house. They need one place.
Yeah.
And she's herself after agreeing to it. So.
And that is the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine going in there of an evening now, putting the feet up on the footstool in your little leather chair, and then
in my dressing gown.
Yeah, your dressing gown. Yeah. Your Gucci slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all your heads in the
fucking notions.
Yeah.
Notions we have.
And the hunting channel on the TV.
Yeah.
Look.
But there's a thing we could look at. Like that. My house isn't big enough for any more of these big reds. But road there, even I'm mad about these driven shoots.
Yeah.
To test your skills on
rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, you'd be good at that. I'm not at that level, man.
I think I'd be good at it, but until you actually do it, you could be woeful.
No, I'm not at that level, I don't think yet. No, I don't think. I know I'm not at that level. And I'd be confident enough now, going shooting anywhere off sticks and all that kind of stuff. That's obviously come with plenty of pain and experience now, but the driven stuff it requires a lot of muscle memory and stuff that I just probably don't have at the minute,
To be honest, I probably don't have it myself, but I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos.
Do actually. You're quick off the mark, man. You know about it. But yeah, like that. You're not going to know unless you try it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you get to a stage, obviously, with the hunting that you're always trying to learn, trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone. That's what we're trying to do now at the minute, is trying to get to experience things and highlight things that are going on both in the country and abroad. And that's one of the things actually was suggested to us through the year we didn't get to do. And most definitely we want to try and hook up with somebody bit of duck shooting.
Yeah, I actually, there's one or two lads have reached out.
Yeah.
Duck shooting. Yeah.
We need to do a little bit of that just to,
Yeah.
I suppose, throw a bit of a light on that end of the game.
I'd like to learn it from someone that really knows.
That's what I mean.
Really knows the game. And then we can highlight that aspect of.
Absolutely. Because like that, there's lads that will know the different types. We have to be careful with the type of duck. And obviously that's very prevalent now. So you don't want to just go out with somebody that's going to, sure, just, you know.
Yeah. See, all these different, even take pigeon shooting. There's an art in pigeon shooting.
Without a doubt.
We went pigeon shooting as well throughout the year.
Yes, yeah.
But like, there's an art. Some lads are legal at that.
Yeah.
I want to get someone like that put in the duck.
Yes.
Or to bring us down.
Yeah.
Just to show us the ropes.
No, absolutely. So I think that's another one. So the salmon fishing, that one. We have obviously the roe, which you went after a roe this year in Hungary. That was the game. But then when we got over there, it was the middle of the red rut and it wasn't amenable to.
Yeah, they won't let you shoot in the red rutting areas.
Yeah.
Anything else, bar reds, they want to stress them out. But it worked out. We got 2 nice reds.
Yeah.
And that is something we have to be grateful for. The people we've met.
Absolutely.
Through this, and the people that have reached out and been amenable to bringing us down and showing us different things. Like, we've been extremely lucky.
Extremely lucky. I think on the other side of it, there's a lot of people. When this thing started, man, there was a lot of people. Them lads don't know what they're talking about, and I'm first to admit it. I don't. We don't constantly learn. I'm learning every day, and that's, I suppose, what we're trying to do. And the beauty of what we're trying to do is this is not an expert, we know it all type effort. It's like, this is what's out there. Deadly. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Show us more about that. So we then can say, for a lot of people coming into sport or new to sport, or with, like ourselves, who have shot in one discipline and not in another, this is, that's out there.
And there's a prime example. We went to get a head measured. We knew nothing about it.
Zero.
Reached out, asked them, look, can we do a little bit on this with you, just to let new shooters or people who don't know? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And even through that, like, what we learned, like, off that, how, you know, the difference in the skull sizes, how they're measured, the different types of Sika, you know,
herd management, like that was worth doing in itself.
Just for that, if you're, you rightly made the point there. I think if it never made metal, you were going to learn anyway, and we sure did.
Yeah, down to knife making. Like, we learned some amount just through meeting different people.
Paddy Smith, yeah.
Like, we've a lot to be grateful for.
Without a doubt. And then we transferred. Then we came back from Hungary. You shot Willie.
I shot Willie, yeah.
And
probably Willie.
That was the week where we had, that nearly broke us now, because we hunted our asses off that week.
Yeah, for a solid week. We took work off for a week. We were only back from Hungary, and we did earlies and lates. Like, we went hard at it for a solid week, and by the end, I started messed up. The day I shot Willie, I messed up, because that morning I had an opportunity on him and I missed.
Yeah.
And then sure, I was broken-hearted, because, to be honest, we've only ever seen him. That was we seen him on trail cams.
Yeah.
That was the first time we actually seen him in pair, and I missed him.
Yeah.
So that was it. I was giving up, and it was near the end of the week.
Yeah.
And you talked me into going back out. I didn't no more wanted to go back out. I was sitting there in a huff, and then you had spotted movement up beside you, and you rang me, so I left it up there. And then slowly we started to get closer and closer to him. We could hear him, and it was just brilliant.
Yeah.
And even at that stage, because I didn't see him, even though I knew roughly the position he was in, I was like, come on, we'll just call it. We're nearly out of light. You were like, we'll just wait till last light.
See, that was, I think, going back to my one, it was the perfect element for me at the perfect time. Ursula actually says it, isn't it? it's not your deer. If you don't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that morning, I knew, because I've been there more times than I care to remember, where I've, missed my opportunity, or met a sound and spooked them, and so I knew exactly what you're going through. And I remember that morning afterwards, I'd seen something flashing into one of the forestry blocks where I was actually sitting up that evening. So not that I was confident, because you can never be confident, especially with reds, and especially where we hunt. But I was semi-confident that we'd get another sneak in, and then we did what we probably never really do. We split up.
Yeah.
I said, you stay there and I'll go up here. I just had a kind of a feeling, and I picked the area which was, I could see the most, and we could kind of dictate where we went to and maybe try and get a stalk on him. And then when he came into the scope that evening, he was flashing through the branches. I remember ringing you, get your arse up here now. And he actually, I didn't see his head, but I knew it was him. I've seen the body. I actually had a broadside shot on him at one stage. I was lying down in the grass. I remember looking at him in the scope, and I was like, yep, this is him, get up. And when we came up, it was like, I know we've talked about this, but remember the smaller one came on, and you whipped over onto the sticks, and you had a shot at him.
Yeah.
Because he just stood there, right in the middle of the path.
Yeah.
And
But I didn't want him.
no, I know that. But then, when he passed, I know what goes through your head then.
I should. That was me chance.
Because he was probably the biggest animal that we'd seen up there, apart from Jeffrey, as in the flesh, so you're kind of thinking.
And what sort of helped us was those two were calling to each other.
Yeah.
Do you mean? And we were in between the both of them.
Yeah.
But Willie was calling louder.
Yeah.
So that's who we were concentrating on. And then I just happened to look up along the path, and this other lad standing there looking at me. He's a fine animal.
Yeah.
He will be a fine animal.
Yeah.
In the next year, 2 years.
Yeah.
He'll be nice. But no, we held out, and we managed to get Willie, who's now in my sitting room.
Yeah. That was my favourite hunt of the year, man.
Was it?
Without a doubt. Like, because I had everything. Like, we had the hard. I liked a bit of slogging, as you know. I liked that kind of having to work for it.
I was broken. That wasn't my favourite. I was broken, even though I had a great outcome.
Yeah. It was just, it had everything. It had the miss. It had the heartbreak of that into the best stalk on an animal that I have ever had. It just had everything. And then you to get that. And I remember, that what, when we were talking about last night, and there's been times when you'd say about that was another 5 minutes there, man.
Yeah.
As good as your scope is, my scope, I wouldn't have picked him up. At the time you shot him, it was just literally, the sun was actually, we could see it going down over the forestry, and it was literally 5 minutes, and it was pitch black. But yeah, that's I suppose the culmination of all that. I just had everything. And
so you had got your Irish. This is why I felt so much. I was fucking heartbroken. You had got your Irish Royal.
Yeah.
I've never shot an Irish Royal. I missed him that morning, and then when I was out there, and even when I took the shot, he ran on and he took a bit of a run, and then I thought, it's a fucking bad shot. Oh no.
Yeah.
That for me, when I was too stressful, I didn't enjoy any of that.
Yeah. see, I had the benefit, I suppose. The pressure, obviously, just your feeling was different. The pressure was off me, as you said, because I had mine. So I wasn't experienced what you were experiencing. I was just experiencing the thrill and the excitement of all of this. And then I knew you'd hit him. And I knew, I was watching him in the binos, so I knew you'd hit him kind of hard. And I knew, even as he was cantering off.
Yeah, I did see that.
Do you know what I mean? He was, the leg was kind of, it wasn't lifting as high. So I knew you'd hit him hard and well. And then when we came over just to brow, and like that, when he lay down and light is going, we only had a couple of minutes to find him. Now he was in a bit of open ground, which wasn't.
What actually gave his antlers were sticking up from the and the moonlight, actually not moonlight, but the
clipped off the top. Yeah,
I could start to see his antlers, so I was delighted with that. But that was a hard going week.
Yeah.
Like herself, actually, by the end of that week, she goes, "You're after losing a good bit of weight, like your face and all that's gone." Because what we were doing was, right, getting up at a ridiculous o'clock in the morning, hunting all morning, back for, I don't know, 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
something to eat, a couple hours kip, back into me hunting gear and gone again.
And back again. And it was like that, where the couple of spots we have, it's from the car in, it's an hour in, to trek in to get into position. So then you're waiting till the last light, and you give it every last drop. If there's a bit of moonlight, you get that last 5-10 minutes, and then you're an hour back out again.
Yeah.
So
There's something wrong with us.
There is something wrong, man. And then you shoot something when you 3-4 hours in.
But yeah, no, that was another big highlight. And in that same week, actually, I got the Sika.
That's right.
And did you get a Sika that week?
The following week.
Following week, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the best Sika that I've ever got. So.
And then that you're likely to get. That's a life. Not likely. But if you got one of them in a lifetime, like he was what you're talking about.
2.5 marks off
a gold. But I know you said it, and it is because loads of people said like, "Oh Jesus, I thought it would go," but that gives you something to chase,
yeah,
which is important. And then I shot Sika just after that, but nothing even my
still
little
a nice 8.5.
Oh, it was lovely 8-pointer. And it was a cold stag, just a little bit of deformity on the rear antler, but my one would fit inside your antlers, and that's to give people the kind of that is an absolute stunner of a stag.
Yeah, I suppose like I didn't really understand it, or like I knew it was big, like the biggest one I ever shot, but like I didn't. Not that I don't care about medals, I didn't really care about medals. So
yeah,
I only got it measured for the process and to learn about how they mark and why they do what they do. And Larry Taff, who actually does all the marking and shooting his whole life, has never shot one that size. So I have to be grateful for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky enough on that day, and the piece of ground we have doesn't normally produce anything like that, so I was a bit jammed.
And saying that, when we went back, the day I shot mine, when we were going in, we actually seen one that was
probably bigger.
We thought was, now it could be a hybrid,
Yeah.
But it was hanging around, and what Larry was saying was they tend not to congregate in the same areas that the if there is such thing as a true Sika. And he did have the discoloration on the antlers and stuff like that. So but you never know until you're up. But he did look big.
He did, yeah. And we had enough time to shoot them, but we were all probably shot out at that stage.
Yeah.
We wanted something a little bit happy.
Yeah. Look, if he was there again, man, we'll try and go after him. But the chances are, like that's the thing with Sikas, that they're so transient. They're like foxes, aren't they? They just never stop moving. They never give you an easy moment. I think that's why they thrive so well. But it does give us absolutely something to chase after again.
Yeah. And then what did we do after that? I suppose then it was pheasant shooting.
1st November,
yeah.
Which is
and that was now, I've said it on the last one, but that was my favourite opening day, or my favourite. Yeah. It was great. And it wasn't for the shooting. It wasn't. Even though you had good birds. You had good numbers of birds out. Everyone got a bird. Actually, everyone got a bird that day. That's right. Yeah. Have you ever had a year like that?
Never.
Everyone? No?
Dude, I've had years where I've gone 3-4 years without shooting a bird myself. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, like that, it's been my best year on the pheasants,
Yeah. For me, it was more the community aspect. I like the breakfast that your mum and all put on. Thanks a million.
Yeah.
All right. But like she put on a savage breakfast for everyone. There was a load of banter around the table.
Yeah.
No one was safe. Everyone was getting it. Between your dad and Noli, they were giving it to everyone.
Yeah.
I was just playing quiet. Please don't focus on me.
It was. I think that you said it, it's the whole kind of community aspect, and I think if anyone who doesn't know about shooting could get a flavour of just that, that because like Dylan had shot his one, remember, and then my father shot one that was slightly bigger, so there was a little bit of there was a little bit of banter going, which is what you want. Then Keith shot his, and his was, there was no tail at all of his, do you know what I mean? And then the lads were slanking him. And then I shot mine, and then there was a bit of slagging in with Dillo and the outfit, and so like it was like just you're building the bit of crack, and that is what it's all about,
Yeah.
That's what it's all, that's I think sums up what we do and why we do it.
Don't mind all the hard work that goes into that for the whole year leading up to it.
Yeah, it was this year, I suppose. Look, I was saying to you the other day, it's like season is nearly coming to a close now in terms of pheasants, and it starts all over again now for the couple of weeks that we get out next year,
That's why we put up a picture going, without, not a video I put up of all the pheasants saying, without conservation work done by gun clubs, people like yous, no one would see these birds.
No.
Because natural predators just pick them off. And so
that's the thing.
Welcome world.
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anyone giving us too much kudos anytime soon. For, I suppose that's the pheasants, and then I shot my first woodcock only the other day.
Yeah.
And that was in 2025, just about.
First woodcock. And then we were out, that was 25, was it? Me, you and Marco?
Yep.
It was. And we were out after
New Year's Eve, actually.
And woodcock. And we had a great day.
Yeah.
Dogs were going well. It's something nice about just being out with you and the dog.
It is. I think we were chatting about it as we were going out hunting this morning, and look, it's a singular sport, obviously, because junior rifle, but me and you were lucky that in terms of the two of us have probably the same attitude and opinion on hunting. If you want to go out, we never put pressure on each other to go if you want to go out, which is generally the same time I want to go out. And sometimes I go out when maybe I didn't, but I never regret it. But if neither of us wants to go out, or one of us doesn't want it, it's no big deal. Just put it on your shoulder and out you go. So we're lucky that way that we don't, what would you say, have the issue or pressure.
Pressure from either side. No,
Exactly.
there's not. Because some days I just, for those 2 weeks, I just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But you knew that. Also.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm not arsed.
And then I gave you them 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I said, I need to twist the arm. I said, I sent you a little video or something.
Yeah.
It was like, don't let me down type thing. You know what I mean? One of them little funny meme things. He was like, no, I won't, buddy. And I kind of knew that if I didn't ask, you probably wouldn't have come out that day. But I knew once you went back out,
that put the goo back on.
I was back again. So,
because it's a bit of hardship, and in fairness, we brought Sean out that day, so he got to work his dog, so he was delighted with himself, and it put so we're back out again this morning.
Yeah.
Is this the first trip in 26? First day out shooting?
I think it is, man. Yeah.
And not
a Scooby movie.
No, it's too cold.
What we actually did was we were up ridiculously early this morning, and I said, "Should I tell you what we'll do? We'll go out and try because fox hunting's been top of the pops recently. So we said we'll go out and we'll have a little pop for fox first. Not plenty of hares actually around,
which is a great sign.
Yeah,
but this area in particular does be swarmed with foxes.
Yeah.
Like, we went out one night. See, I don't do a whole lot of fox shooting, but the one night I did go out with you in the middle of the, I think we counted 18 or 19 foxes in a tiny area.
Yeah.
And there this morning,
nothing. No. And obviously it's the first big frost, so it's in their dens all perched up. It'll get a little bit more. They'll have to hunt a little bit longer as the hard weather goes on. But and then we went in and stalked into an area thinking we might have a little peep at a deer. But they had the same opinion. I think they were
full moon last night as well. So
yeah,
they could have been feeding through the dark, and then with that cold just bedded up,
perched up.
But for whatever reason, nothing. I'll tell you what we did see. Not on this one. The trip. They're not trips. The day we were out hunting, a lot of woodcock.
Yeah,
a lot of more than I've seen now in the last few years.
Yeah, Yeah, which is great to see.
I wonder if there's other spots around the country seeing the same thing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because I know and that's the thing. I actually did my bag returns, the online on the app. So it's important that people, even if you've seen them, to record what you've seen, just to give an indication to the NIRC and stuff for collecting of data. It only takes 2 seconds. It's really easy to use. So I did it for the last couple of trips we've done. I'll do it this morning again, just to give the lads, because we did see 2 or 3 woodcock this morning.
Yeah, we seen
We rose one out of the ditch as we were driving up the lane.
Yeah, nothing like
The numbers to the morning.
the other morning. There was huge numbers. This morning it was a little bit, but they wouldn't be feeding. They would probably back and cover and all of that.
You would imagine.
Because the ground is hard.
How many did we see the other morning? We're up there 18 or 20, were we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plenty of snipe.
I think, and they're ones we seen.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know what.
No, it was the highest concentration of numbers that I'd seen ever.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is it the year it's in it?
Which is great to see. Oh man, just all in all, it was a great year, and we got to do like gear review on different things. So we were very lucky that people were giving us gear to actually have a look at.
Absolutely.
We had to give it back, mind you. But look,
It's nice to see the possibilities and get to
the new technology. That's out there.
exactly, and fiddle around with it and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a new rifle coming in the new year.
Yeah.
That's another.
Have to get out and get that zeroed.
Yeah, I got a new little present for Christmas. I got these lovely hunting trousers from Merville. And again, I'll be doing a little review on these because I'm very, very impressed with these. But I'll let you know.
You have now been banging on about them.
Yeah.
They're reinforcing the knees and everything.
Yeah, no. So far, the most comfortable pair of trousers that I've ever put on.
I'd never even heard of that, Mick.
Yeah.
So you might do a review on. Sure, I still have to do a review on the shooting sticks. Like I said ages, can be scope. Look,
Yeah.
we'll get to them. That it's been really, really busy
It has
in
been.
our defence. Like the fox hunting bill, obviously took up
Yeah.
a good bit of time. You've been doing super work on that. He got himself banned off Facebook, but that's all right.
9 days silenced. I'm sure everyone's delighted.
But here on that, right? I know that the podcast you have been very vocal fighting for horse and hound, the hunts, and do you mean like you're really defending it? And people are writing in saying fair play. If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't have a voice. Stop now. Everyone has a voice. We don't even hunt on horse and hound. Some of these organisations need to stand up and also voice their own opinions.
Yeah.
I think it's good that we're banned for 9 odd days.
Yeah, because I've been trying to stay off it a little bit because I want to try and, this year, my aim is to try and get a bit more balance. Like, there's the youth development, which you give me a dig out with as well. I have the club work, which you give me a dig out with as well. The clay shoot, which you give me a dig out with as well. Do you know what I'm saying? These are all things that you're not directly involved in, but yet you help me with. Then we have the podcast, with gear reviews. We've
Work,
kids,
the way.
wife.
Yeah.
So, and all of this is kind of, I suppose it's very intense at times. And I was on last night on it was a post on Facebook. A girl put up a post on a local notice board. Does anyone know of any local hunts she wanted to bring some of her family to see it? Obviously she's been to hunts before and she just likes to spectate from spectator just to wish them off on the horses and things, as do loads. But I think I was one of either 2 or 3 people on that. I put up, if you need any assistance or whatever, and I had people wishing me dead, hope you die an evil death, hope you fall off a horse and break your neck. I don't even ride horses. I don't even hunt with hounds. And I know for a fact there's people there, who do. But there's no point in letting all these crazies have all their say. And I know people are saying, don't engage with them and stuff like that. But this is the local. Somebody should be there to say, like, I can't defend everything,
No, and nor should you.
But I do feel a bit of a responsibility at times, where you do feel like, here, man, that's incorrect what you're saying there. I take issue with that because it's not factual, it's not correct. And you're taking a swipe at somebody in my community, I feel a responsibility.
No, I understand.
Rightly or wrongly.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand that. But my argument to that would be, like you said, you don't hunt in that manner.
Yeah.
There are people who do. And I'm going to be honest, there's people that are more educated than us on this.
Yeah.
And they could factually come back with an educated,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Because they're the ones specifically doing it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we seem to be afraid to stand up and
Yeah.
to openly go, no, you're incorrect there. Here's a study that proves otherwise. And like they have this information.
Yeah.
They could easily do.
We just need a bit more like
Support.
One of the lads came back, I countered to, in fairness, he was actually one of the more reasonable ones, but he countered with a study of the veterinary, and I have that study, a study from the veterinary association. I think I've read over there and posted recently, but I can't post that because I'm banned off for 9 days. I can't comment. I'm on it, but I can see all these comments directed at me, but I can't reply, which is probably lucky. But I know that he's quoted a study, and there's one there to counteract that. And then he's actually talking about conservation and big wild game, and he's disputing the fact that, which we know is factually incorrect. But again, nobody's. Where are do you know?
Yeah.
I'm not advocating people fight. I'm not like. But what I am suggesting is that we, from our own point of view, that we counter incorrect emotive nonsense with fact. Just boom. Now I do bite back a little bit with the fight. Like some lad wants to fight me or something, you know, and I get about as much pleasure out of fighting him as I would out of, you know, eating my own toenails. But so I had a little bit of fun there, right? I'm not condoning that either. I'm not suggesting people do that. That's just how I get a little bit of a kick out. But I'm saying that if somebody comes back with something that's completely incorrect, you are allowing these people to have a forum and spout incorrect nonsense without counter. That can't, you know, in what other walk of life is that acceptable? You know,
it's not, right. And I will give one warning, and should we all know this: the loudest baby gets fed first.
Yeah.
So if they're on roaring and shouting, and that's all policymakers or government hears, and the hunting community aren't speaking up for their love of the sport with educated facts, they'll be the ones that are listened to.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we do try voice opinions for the wider hunting community, but it would be great to have a little bit of support. Yeah, now, that's all I'm going to leave it at that.
I know, yeah. It's not a rallying cry, but nonetheless, I think we need to probably just be a little bit firmer and stronger, I think,
together
at certain times. Exactly. You know, so like, if you went down there last night, you'd be forgiven for thinking that I was outnumbered by fucking 12, 15 to 1.
Yeah.
But I know that all the hunts that were on Stephen's Day, New Year's Day, they were all supported by a factor of 10 to 1 in terms of hunt supporters and we've posted pictures of them getting sneered and jeered. Like, there were lads in balaclavas now, you know what I mean? So I do know we have the support, but it's just, we just probably need to be a little bit more, all right?
All right.
So,
thanks, Matt.
here's the dig, you know?
Give us a hand, Matt.
But yeah.
One piece of kit that you got this year, your favourite, or something that made a difference.
Shooting sticks for Magic Man.
Shooting sticks, yeah, shooting sticks. That I personally got myself and have like paid money for, and shooting sticks would be mine.
Yeah.
I think they're a top-notch shooting stick.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't know, they're the... Now everyone's going to say, fucking, you just keep on banging on about Blaser. These are trust me, if I was sponsored by Blaser, you would know.
Yeah.
Right?
There would be signs. I wouldn't be waiting on the gun and you'd have 3.
Yeah. They're a little bit pricey, but they are better. They are better. For instance, I'll give you... You can make little micro adjustments on them. They really quickly, you can loosen the legs and it goes right down and fits into my gun case, which is... Because I never brought shooting sticks on any of the trips.
Yeah.
Because they were too big.
Too big.
So these fit in my gun case perfect. Yeah, they click together. Like they hold together, they don't reel. There's lots of little Gucci bits about them.
There's one little snaggy thing, which I think we'll chat about. But
on the review?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not snaggy. You just have to know about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, there is a little thing where, you know, just we will give, as we always do, an honest, you know,
Yeah.
we'll let you know the things you have to look out for. And but without a shadow of a doubt, man, I'm telling you now, I wouldn't have shot Jeffrey
Without them.
because the adjustable front gives you, like, I think is it 20 meters or 100 meters of range.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't have.
You would have had to move up and move sticks, make noise.
Yeah, and exactly where I was in between. I was cradling between two bushes, man. So, like, adjustments there with the tripod, yeah, but again, the stability is just unbelievable on the quad sticks.
Yeah.
And I know I've been advocate for the tripod, but it's chalk and cheese. I think I did a video way back with the night vision. Shooting foxes.
You did, yeah.
One compared to the other, but it's just night and day.
Yeah, I'd agree. The shooting sticks, I think, were the game changer. Now, the thing that we had out on test that I was most impressed about was that little handheld thermal.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that.
Very, very impressed.
Especially for the price range.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And we'll hopefully be getting a few more of them to have a little peep through and test.
Yeah, because like that, like you said, we like to give honest reviews. That's why we always like to throw in a negative. And sometimes you're struggling to find a negative on somebody.
Yeah.
And you're fucking nitpicking. But if you're going to be honest, you have to give
the pros and the cons. And everything. There is no such thing as the perfect, because what'll do you in one scenario will be lacking in another scenario, you know. So yeah, like, and that's but definitely Jeffrey wouldn't be on the wall if not for that. And like I've been just hugely impressed with them. So yeah.
And then for 2026,
yeah.
What's the
aim?
What's the aim? What are you most looking forward to? What do you?
Yeah, like the last probably while, similar to yourself, there's one deer that we're looking at. We've caught a couple of glimpses of him. We just want to check out to see if he is cull or we want to leave him. So that's kind of giving me something to look at. You know what I mean? I've no interest in taking any other animal apart from, and I mightn't even take him. You know?
Yeah.
Because depending on when we get close, we've really seen flashes of him, and we've caught him on the tail end of a trail camera. So that's kind of giving me kind of my next project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I really like the trips away. And now we have to mention salmon fishing. You have to put a gill on me now.
There you go.
Salmon fishing.
There you go. So that and fallow. I'd love a nice fallow head, like an impressive fallow head.
And a roe deer. Right, so we actually have a lot of golf.
Yeah, we've learned. And bear hunting in Romania. But I'm just saying, I was talking to a taxi driver the other night, and he's from Romania, and his teacher is a hunter, and they're having problems with black bear over there, so they're starting to call.
You're only doing God's work.
God's work. So, look, there's a lot of stuff plowing around the head. We've loads of stuff that we want to try and get through, you know.
Like, we're trying to bring out decent clothing for hunters.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at different things in terms of that in 26, if we can.
Yeah.
I mean, it mightn't be everyone's cup of tea, but
yeah, look, we've
plans.
We have plans, and we've seen there. I think over the last while we've had tweaks to gear and some of the stuff, the merch and your magic whiteout.
It's not mine. It's ours.
It's kind of.
Sorry, you actually put the idea in my head, and then I was like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, but yeah, so we've lots of little plans. So, I want to thank everyone for the support over the last 12 months.
100%.
And thank you, buddy. I know when this time last year, I kind of started to try and twist your arm, and I know it was one of the things where, for fuck's sake, he's gonna make me do this, because I know that you're fantastic in the field, and this is kind of against but you've took to it like a duck to water.
I'm actually getting more used to it, if I'm being honest. At the start now, it was like pulling teeth, but now it
hasn't. Never been that.
It's actually quite enjoyable, and the reason it's enjoyable is because I'm getting to meet like-minded people.
Yeah.
And our community is actually full of really good like-minded people. I suppose like all communities, you're going to get one or two bad eggs, but the majority of people we've met, like Tom,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
gentleman.
yeah.
I can keep on Tom, the other Tom in the UK.
Yes, yeah.
Like we've met Andy, like, and there's an invite for 2026 that we got over by Paul,
Yeah,
like to go to Lambeth. Like just
we're going in February. Yeah, exactly. So
that's January and February.
that's
trips.
February.
You're going to get me divorced.
I know.
Thanks. For
And
doing
then obviously then we have. I just wanted to give it a mention. Tom in Landig or Game Cooling.
that's Tom I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a fantastic addition to what we're trying to do. Has a range of gear, and I know he's opening showroom and stuff. So really excited to see. And for anyone who doesn't check out Game Cooling, we've put up a few posts there. We wouldn't be sending you to somebody that wouldn't put you right.
Not that right. First of all, he's a gentleman. He will put you right, but his products
Yeah,
are top class.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting behind anything that's not
No.
top class.
no, and that's the. I
We're
think
both of that mindset.
we can't. We cannot. What would you say? Risk reputation. We don't want anybody coming back and saying, "Oh, you fucking got us to."
Yeah, you said this was deadly and
Yeah.
it's a ball of shite. But the real reason is, I wouldn't want. I go back to when I started. I bought the wrong stuff, and I
Yeah.
had to buy it a couple of times. And if I had someone who was able to tell, no, listen, I'm telling you this, you won't be disappointed with whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I would want that for my Sean.
yeah.
Someone to be able to go, no, this is an honest review. This, I'm telling you,
Have
is
a peep
good.
at this.
And to
Yeah,
be honest, we only really sort of take stuff for review that we already sort of know isn't bad.
yeah, and I like that because like we've got offered loads and loads of, what would you say, not trinkety stuff, but like, you know, the stuff that's almost, you know, like throw away some of it, you know.
Yeah.
And do a review, and like you end up then just for the sake of doing it. So we just said no, we're not. We're trying to stick to brands that have a little bit of backing behind them, reputability, a bit of callback. You know what I mean? That you can,
Customer service,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff.
like the boys down in Lakelands and stuff. You know, if you get something down there, you know, if something goes wrong, God forbid, they're down there, donkey's years. There's experience and plenty of know-how behind the counter. So and that's what we want to try and keep doing. So thanks a million to
everyone that helped us out this year.
absolutely.
Yeah. And
Well-
thank you to you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. It's been a
Happy
blast.
New Year, yeah.
And here we go again.
Here we go again, 2026, baby.
Stay safe, stay shooting.